What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the magenta color. That's what we're locking in now. I could be wrong. He is a mythical individual, rarely seen. But when you do see him, he brings fireworks. He's a man after my own heart, that's for sure. His name is Chrono JJ, the fearless leader of the Old Boys. Chief Old Boy himself, some might say. His partners today, his team today, the Indomitable. I don't actually know what that word means or if it's a real word, but you can say that. I mean, it feels nice. It rolls off the tongue. The Indomitable Ryfang in the sky blue color, playing as Uranus. And finally, he's a young boy at he's a young boy but an old boy at heart. He's known for the long walks down the beach on the New Zealand shore. He's known for really carrying the Old Boys through a lot of the hard times that they've had over the past years. His name is Wiz Sanji. The man, the myth, the legend, indeed. Their opponents today, a terrifying team, nonetheless. Old Boys are up for the challenge, I'm sure. In the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Mosca. And they are the team CUD. CUD! CUD? CUD? Which one? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Their partners today. They're making up the rest of the team. Whatever you want to say. In the green color, playing as Ra. His name is Ninhyo. And then finally, in the yellow color, playing as Uranus. His name is Tunison. It's an exciting time to be alive. That is for sure. We have the map Oasis. A boomy map. Very, very big map. We've got what looks to be a 2 Oasis spawn here. So let's talk a little bit while we see what's happening here about what you could potentially come up with in this team game. We've got 4 team Old Boys: Uranus, Ra, and Thor. This is a defensive composition with some assistance from the Uranus. I don't actually particularly enjoy the Uranus pick here for this composition. But let's talk about what they could potentially get out of it. With Pocket Ra being the case, this is going to mean that the Uranus player is on an island because the Thor player is, or maybe the Thor player is on the island. Someone is going to be on the island here as we have Ra in the pocket. And luckily for the Old Boys, and also luckily for CUD, they also have their Ra in the pocket. And essentially what this means is you want to have, you have 2 options essentially here as Ra in the pocket. Option number 1 is you go for a gigantic boom. And I mean a gigantic boom. I'm talking like 3 town centers or 2 towns, getting your 2 town centers extra. So going up to 3 town centers immediately, trying to hit like a 9-minute-ish heroic gauge, maybe a 10-minute heroic gauge into full trade spam into the biggest economy you've ever seen, and that's option number 1. And then you can hit some crazy timings with that. Option number 2 is you go for 2 town centers, and you go for an 11-minute with the double rain. You go for an 11-minute timing attack here. Now, if we take a good look at what the problem with the Old Boys team is right now, I mean, it's not really, they do have Thor, so they do have Frost, but no ceasefire means that these type of timings they're susceptible to these sorts of timings. So we'll see if that's something that they're going to have to worry about here. So if we move over and we take a look at what Team CUD's got going on for them, with the Ra, with the Poseidon here, they do have a ceasefire. So they're going to have to play around that some way, shape, or form. Now, they do have options with the rain to block a ceasefire or something like that and hit that timing. but they're probably going to want to be casting Rain a little bit earlier. So we'll see how these are going to go. If I was playing as Ninjo here, I would be going for a timing attack here in tandem with the Uranus or in tandem with the Poseidon player, trying to clean one of the enemy players straight off the map, utilizing shifting sands and seeing what can happen here. But the boom option is always the safest, so we'll see if we'll see what's going to happen here. We'll see how it's all going to go along as everyone's getting through into the next age. We're seeing Prometheus for Ryfang. Chrono JJ's already through Tar here. Wiz, on the other hand, up here, he's getting a couple of Ulfsarks out of his town center. He's gone through Freya. No real surprises there. Do see some very, very forward citizens here from Ryfang. This is something I would heavily advise against. If you're playing in team games, you want to keep your villages as close to your base as you possibly can. Saving Hunt for later is the actual name of the game here in team games when you're on the flank. Because, whoop, shifting sands? What was that? Did they just steal? Were they thieves? The thieves! They're thieves! And the Valkyrie coming back in. Will we see a counter shifting sands here? The goats all getting moved away by Tunison. They're trying. What's happening here? Wiz! No! What are you trying to? Oh no! Oh, the shifting stance steals oh no, but this isn't good! No, this isn't good at all! Now the Mamilo are in your face! Oh, Alright. It's fine. No overreaction here. Pull the villagers off the wood. Stick them onto the goats for a little bit. Not going to lose a villager here. Let's just pretend that nothing happened here. Let's pretend like that is the most chaos that's ever happened here. We both, Ryfang and Wiz, having some tough times here. Wiz gets his second town center here. He throws a gold mine on this one. Not exactly what he wants to do. After that second town set, after all of those goats, have been taken, this is nightmare situation for Wiz. Wiz effectively has to go into full dwarf production and spam farms here in the classical age against an Uranus player. Wiz is going to be in big trouble here, because this Uranus player is going to be coming at him hard. And look at this. We've got a 2 towns. How many farms? How many farms do we have? Do we have the 12 farms? Okay, no, we got 16 farms. So it's just a standard boom here from Ninjo. I was going to say, if we saw a 12 farm Ninjo, he could doesn't have shifting sands, but he could come in and support the double onto Wiz really, really hard. If we see how Chrono JJ's shaping up here, he's throwing down his own farms, and he is going for the biggest Chrono JJ boom you'll ever see. 18 farms here already. Armory just about to pop. Chrono JJ's pulled villagers off wood as well, but he's looking like he's going to be getting something like a 9-minute advance time here. So very, very slow. He needs to be helping out Wiz here as soon as he possibly can, but things going very poorly, to say the very least. But now Ryfang, while he has taken a little bit of early game pressure here, he has turned the matchup on its head. I would say on Oasis, this is going to be a little bit of an advantage for Uranus here in this matchup on the side, and we'll see how it's going to go. But Mosk has actually gone up to 2 town centers here, so Ryfang needs to respect this. He does not have an easy way to kill his opponent in the classical age. He's going to need to hit a timing here and start putting pressure on in the mythic age, and maybe go for vortexes. So jumping up to 3 town centers here is going to be really, really important, as Ryfang's now moving in, trying to put some pressure. We do see that the huge army that Tunison has constructed is searching around Wiz's base. Wiz is in full panic mode. All of the rains are gone. Look at this. He's over here mining this gold mine. He's been pushed off this gold mine over here as well. Has to sit in his base. Need watchtowers as well. Chrono JJ might want to consider actually tributing food over to Wiz here, because he's got so much, and and Wiz can't gather food. So what the old boys could be doing here is saying, all right, Chrono JJ is going to go up to 40 villagers on food. Wiz is going to go up to 40 villagers on wood and just take the L on the 10% reduction in trade, and then just be swapping around. Holy locust, that's all. And the shockwave as well can come down as well if they need it. And there it goes. All of the villagers get absolutely annihilated. Their Wiz is in such bad shape here right now. Tunison, with the help of Ninjo's Locust, that god power combination is absolutely bonkers there. As we do see a shockwave coming through for Ryfang. We did see that Chrono JJ decided to go through segment for some reason. Now he doesn't have shifting sands, so this segment pick makes no sense to me whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense at all. He needs, when you go segment, you need shifting sands to like move those scarabs into position immediately when you're in the pocket. This is absolute nightmare. As we do see the units coming forward, we see a marker getting dropped over here by Chrono JJ. This can get sniped by Tunison, and he is going to go after the priest here. We see Chrono pulling the priest, but a little bit too late here. That's definitely going to get taken down. We see the villager getting sniped here, and that's going to mean, look, yep, smart play here from Tunison. He sees the market villager. He kills it off. No market in the corner there for Chrono JJ. The priest gets taken down as well as Wiz is trying to pull in and get a little bit of damage there. He has to pull back now as Wiz is still continuing to spam villagers out. He's got some farms down now, but again, look at the resources. Chrono JJ's got 1,500 in the bank. Wiz could use those. Really not. He needs those right now. He needs some food. He needs some help. But Chrono's not giving it to him just yet. Ryfang, on the other hand, he's still putting good pressure on over here. But guess what? The Ninjo units, they're going to be coming soon. Ninjo should be actually, Ninjo's going for the timing here. He's going for a fast Mythic. He is going to obliterate Wiz's town center here with Tornado, and guess what that means? That means that Wiz loses all 11 of these farms, and he's in so much. It's all over for Wiz effectively here. The game is going to be on Chrono JJ to bring it back at the very least here, because basically he can't do anything. He can't stop the tornado. The tornado is coming. Wiz can't get fortified town centers masons in time. The town center is down. These villagers are going to be in pain. There's going to be units flowing into his base. So the dwarves not able to get gold here. This is the gold mine he needs. We do see a third town center on the way for Wiz as an attempt to block all of this. Ninjo now flying in the rock with the Patsukos coming in. There's the tornado. There's a whole bunch of dead villagers. Town center going down. Absolute nightmare for Wiz. Ryfang getting pushed back a little bit. He's still in fine shape here against Moscow, but Moscow is not going to die anytime soon here against the Oranos. There's no way that matchup was going to finish in the next couple of minutes here. Whereas Chrono JJ now, he's still sitting with 1,500 food in the bank. He can go up Mythic Age, but there's a ceasefire, as we're going to see the forward town center of Wiz getting annihilated here as Wiz gets absolutely bodied in this game. I don't know what else he can do here. There's units all over him. We've got Chrono JJ's over here now with his cavalry. He's got his third town center. He's going up through Horus here. The scarabs, the villagers moving forward to wall off the middle, but there's no way forward for Chrono JJ fast to get any sort of counter push over onto Moscow or something like that to clean him out. As the raiding cavalry, there's just not enough units here. This town center is not long for this world at all here. As the town center gets removed, we're seeing the trade route starting from Chrono. Really, Wiz needs this town center back. Chrono's got a little bit of wood in the bank. He could be tributing over to Wiz. Wiz's got no resources left in the bank here, as the town center will be falling to the Promethean push here. And not only that, I imagine Tunison, yes, exactly, he's 3 town centers. He's got he's getting an armory, I'm sure, but he's going to be able to advance to the heroic age, going through whatever he feels like here, but very, very challengingly, he could go through Thea and start putting birds onto Wiz's economy as well, and things being very, very difficult for him. Not only that, we do see we got Chrono JJ actually over here with some some barracks. He's trying to defend a little bit, but I mean, at this point, Ninho is just moving forward the middle of the map. He doesn't care. He can go straight after Chrono JJ's base. He can go after Raifang's base. He can do whatever he wants. At this point, he's walking forward with 7 villagers and a pharaoh, and that's just it. He's just in here, and he's going to set up, and there's no way for him to be stopped. As long as he doesn't get too greedy with his placement, he's going forward, and he looks like a Migdol stronghold right onto the trade route, actually, but more importantly, onto the town center of Raifang. As, I mean, Raifang and Chrono JJ still in a good spot, but Wiz is just so far behind here. After all is said and done, he needed a little bit more support here from the old boys, and he has not got it just yet. We see some barracks coming up. There's a world where Chrono JJ can go into like Horus Axeman here and push through this Uranus army, but then he needs to deal with the Ninjo units as the Migdol strongholds coming up. Does Old Boys spot this or not? Old Boys does see this on the minimap, but while this is going on, we are seeing the town center of Raifang getting taken down as Raifang is sitting under these farms, not defending himself. He loses the town center as a bit of a poor decision there from Raifang to come in and try and take this out. There could be a forest fire or something getting dropped over here, but that's not going to help out too much as Raifang loses this town center. He's going to be losing this one soon as well as Mosca hits the heroic gauge through Aphrodite. We see these villagers sitting idle for the time being. They're on the wood. Wiz trying his darnest to figure out a way back into this game. He can't get gold though. And we see the Avenger coming in, even more dead villagers as Ninho is relentless here, unforgiving, showing no mercy whatsoever as the villagers for Wiz making a break for it here. But Thea coming through for Raifang in the 15th minute, a little bit late there for Urano's timings in that matchup. Villagers falling left, right, and center. We see the units just all over them. Now we're going to see watchtowers getting thrown down for Ninho. Ninho hasn't been touched at all in this game. He's spamming out the camel caravans. He's doing everything, and Wiz in that moment says, "Screw this. I'm out of here. I don't care how big Chrono JJ is in this game. He's not got the stuff out that he needs." And Raifang taps out, and Chrono JJ is out, and that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. What a display here from CUD. Really, the thought process to say we see Wiz going to town center, stealing away those goats, just meant that what could Old Boys do as a response to that? Like losing all those goats after Wiz goes to town center series just lights out. I do think that Wiz was a little bit greedy with the forward town center. He probably could have gone for the back town center here and focused more on this gold mine with the nice wall that he had up over here. Would have been a little bit smarter against the Uranos, but in the end, losing all the goats just means that Old Boys needed to play around that a little bit better. If Chrono JJ gives, like I said, if Chrono JJ gives food and Wiz just goes all onto wood instead, and then gives wood to Chrono, and like they trade that off that way instead, because obviously Chrono JJ's raw, he's got double rain, you can spam tons of farms, and you can play that game. It's probably actually a good way to play because there's going to be a lot more food coming in on a map like Oasis. And if Wiz can then immediately get up to the heroic age, then at least he could think about getting himself fortified town centers, masons, and survive that tornado and be like in a lot better of a position here. But in the end, it just didn't happen, and things are just a little bit too difficult here for the Old Boys to hold on as CUD just executes a fairly beautiful fast tornado pressure strategy here. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow of the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.